Hello, Year 7. Today we've got another poem by Seamus Heaney, and I have to tell you now that it's quite an upsetting poem. Seamus Heaney's brother was killed by a car when he was just 4 years old, when Seamus Heaney was 14, but his little brother was 4. And this is one of the poems that he wrote that deals with that. So now, if you've had anything like that happen in your family, or in any way you feel this would be an upsetting topic for you, just read for an hour, okay? The rest of you, or perhaps all of you, I don't know, but it is upsetting. Then on we go. The do now is list activities you have done and have wanted to do during school breaks, such as half term. Just make a list of them. Okay, we're going to be reading and analysing MidTerm Break, which is a poem by Seamus Heaney today, and the title is MidTerm Break by Seamus Heaney, so put that into your books. And today you're going to need a pen, your exercise book, or some paper. But if your exercise book is running out, let me know. We can get one to you. Some coloured pens and pencils, and a copy of the poem, which I will upload to Classcharts. And don't forget to pause this, whichever format you're watching it in, video or PowerPoint. Pause it to allow yourself to catch up. These are the sorts of things that you do during half term. Going on holiday or abroad within the UK, not at the moment, but on normal half terms. Meeting friends, going for lunch, going to the cinema, spending time with family on outings, going to a farm, or going to a fair, or going to a theme park, or any of those things. Here's some information about Seamus Heaney, which was the sort of inspiration behind this poem. When he was 14, his 4-year-old brother Christopher was killed in a road accident, an event which he later would write about in 2 poems. The first was called MidTerm Break, which is one we're looking at today. What do you think the tone of the poem is going to be like? What did Heaney do during his holiday? How do you feel comparing your answers you had to this? And here's some quick answers that I've done. Just have a quick look at those and make sure that they're a little bit like yours, and we'll get on to reading the poem. Now I'm going to read it over the next slide, and I want you to answer the following question. What happens in the poem? Try to summarise each stanza with one line of explanation. What is the tone of the poem? Now you can scroll through the slides, or watch it on the video, or read it on the PDF, and underneath you've got a very basic explanation as to what's actually happened in this poem, because it's not immediately obvious, so I shall go through slowly for you. I'm not going to read it, I'm just going to click through. You're now going to focus on how each person responds to the death of their family member, the mother, the father, and Seamus Heaney himself. Use 3 different colours to highlight the evidence in the text for each one. So number 1, focus on the presentation of Heaney's father. What kind of man is he? How does he react? What do you know about him? Focus on the presentation of Heaney's mother. What kind of woman is she? How does she react? What are we told about her? And then lastly, how does Heaney react? What do we learn about him? Look at the fact it is written in the first person. What different emotions does he experience? So I want you to find evidence that answers each of those questions. Highlight it in one of 3 different colours, and then write a short paragraph answering those questions. That's 15 minutes there. And here are 3 that I've done. I won't read them all out. You can stop the presentation or the video there and read them. Hopefully they're something like the ones that you've got. And now we're going to be analysing a stanza of our choice. So choose a stanza from the poem. Pick out language and structure techniques and explain the effect Pick out a word that is significant and explain its significance. That should say word there. Here's an example done for you. Make sure you choose a different stanza. So here's the first one. Could be metaphorical. I sat all morning in the college sick bay, counting bells, knelling classes to a close. At 2 o'clock our neighbours drove me home. So it could be metaphorical. The bells could be the bells of death regarding the news he has just had. Makes the poem particularly emotional and sombre. Makes the reader question who it could be. Who's died, that is. Neighbours is a significant word to me as it highlights the depth of his loss and feelings of isolation. It is not a family member collecting him, but a neighbour. And that, you know, if you're sitting there in distress and you either know or think that your little brother might be dead and you're picked up by a neighbour, that's going to make you feel even more isolated, isn't it? Because you can't show how it is you're feeling. So there we are. I want you to analyse the stanza in that way, and that's a piece of work that I'd like you to upload to Classcharts, please, Year 7.